Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting episode of Knights of the Dirty Table. I am your host, Fitchburg's Merrick Henry, and today we are talking about a very hot topic in Hollywood and essentially all across the globe. Robert Pattinson's casting as Batman. Yes, it is official. It's no more rumor mill. There's no more questions or debates of will he, won't he with the studio. It's official. Your Twilight Vampire is the new Dark Knight of Gotham City. Here today I have my friends Wayne Dwyer and Dan and Jemmy here to give their thoughts on this controversial casting, I would say. Dan, I'm going to start with you, my friend. What are your thoughts on the sparkly vampire as Batman?
Well, I think it's a lot better than what they had. They tried out someone else. I believe it's the man who does Beast.
Yes, Nicholas Hoult, yes.
I mean, I just took one look at him. It's like, I don't know. Robert certainly has that fame. I mean, he could draw in young teen girls for both. They're not young teen girls anymore.
I think they've grown up
now. More the woman
Twilight.
demographic. So this isn't just all about, men, nerd stuff and everything. Like, he could actually bring a diverse audience to the theater with his casting.
Very good. Very good. Wayne, your thoughts?
My thoughts on Robert Pattinson being cast as Batman. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it too much. I really don't care anymore. I mean, everyone's going to be cast as Batman at this point. I'm just waiting for them to call me.
We're up next, boys.
I'm waiting for them to cast me as Batman. I mean, it can't be any worse than Affleck, or worse than that, Clooney.
I think your dream casting, I think you'd want to be Lex Luthor if you had a choice. Or Superman at the Beach. That's one of his favorite cosplays.
Superman at the Beach, just an awesome costume to begin with. It's the easiest cosplay ever. Trust me, do it.
For me, with Robert Pattinson, I think we're all old enough to remember this when Heath Ledger was cast as the Joker for The Dark Knight. I was honestly too young to have an opinion, but I'm sure everyone else in the world thought you cannot cast this rom-com guy as the greatest villain in all of comic books.
See, I remember when that happened too, and like everyone was all like, "Oh my gosh, he's gonna be so..." And like my friend at the time, whose house I was staying at, his like roommate was like, "He's gonna be so pretty," and then you see the movie, like he is not pretty, and I was like, I don't really care if they do that too anymore, because like everyone's gonna say, "Well, I just want to now know about the story. I don't really care about the actor."
Exactly, and I feel like that same ideology should be in place here, because obviously a lot of people have their views on who their Batman should be. Remember when Michael Keaton, or I don't think any of us were born to be honest, but when Michael Keaton...
I was 2, because I'm the old man.
Right, Grandpa the grandpa.
Yeah, I'm the grandpa.
Nice try, baby Wayne.
Yeah.
Nice try, baby Wayne.
Yeah.
That's
Barny
what man of the hour,
there
Barny
pointing
Lanman
out to me that
says.
he's a year older. That just means he's one more foot in the grave.
I want to bounce back to what you said about, he's so pretty as Joker. Who looks at a homicidal villain and maniac and think,
Have you seen Facebook?
God!
I mean, have you seen all those pictures of Harley Quinn? Of everyone else, oh my gosh, she's so pretty and they have such a good relationship.
No, they don't.
I know. Meanwhile, like, what are you people talking about?
Some woman in Japan just got on the news because she was a serial killer, and all these people in America are like, she has the nicest eyes, just so gorgeous, like an ocean.
We must be on very different Facebooks then, my friend.
Either that or he just hasn't gone down the
Book
Facebook
of Face,
hole.
that's what Dan and Jemmy's on.
Too many idiots.
No, I remember reading about Michael Keaton's casting for Batman, and everyone said this comedic actor, there's no way he could be Bruce Wayne. There's no way he could don the cowl. And look and behold, a lot of people consider Michael Keaton's Batman Bruce Wayne to be the best of them. Personally, I was actually a big fan of Ben Affleck's Batman. I actually felt that he bridged a gap. I know how you feel. I know it hurts inside.
No, it doesn't hurt. It's just like you think about it, you're like, Ben Affleck would have been a perfect Batman if he wasn't stuck with such a shoot director. I fixed myself. I caught it.
Thanks, editing.
Yeah. And such a terrible script. I mean, he's like, look, I am big and strong and I can beat up Superman. But then when they actually fight, it's like 5 minutes. You're like, this movie's just boring.
So we will definitely need a separate video for BVS.
Oh my god, I have so many thoughts on that.
I think with the new Batman being in the same universe as Justice League and everything else, that this film should, I think, right? This is within the DC
I don't know.
main film universe, Batman film?
They actually just split it off into 2 separate universes now.
Did they?
They did. There's going to be two, think Earth 1, Earth 2.
Well, I mean, I know the
Why?
new Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix, that's going to be separate. That's meant to be a one-off because Joaquin Phoenix would not do sequels of any kind with that. I know that's supposed to be separate.
That's a great thing because we don't need to know more about Joker and his origin story when, like, all of comics, they've built up this whole story about why the Joker never had an origin story.
Yeah.
And now we're finally getting one in a movie. And you're like, they could do anything else for the Joker, but they pick an origin story for him. So then people can feel sympathetic towards the most psychopathic person in all of comic books.
As my father would say, why do you need an origin story? He's evil. That's it.
Exactly. I don't need to know why Doctor Doom's Doctor Doom. I just want to see him kill people and kick butt. I'm catching myself so many times.
It'd be interesting.
He's being so conservative. Barney in the back is very, very appreciative. That's less he has to do.
He's like, thank you. He's not swearing. Normally, I'm usually like a sailor at this point.
Yes, we're all trying to be good, but I feel like it's an interesting choice. I am very curious to see what this actor can do because he's really been under the radar almost for the last 10 years. Really, since the end of the Twilight franchise, he's taken a step back. So he must have been convinced in some way to go for the audition, to consider beating out another actor for it, and now becoming the official Dark Knight for the movie. I'm curious to see what decisions he makes as an actor. I'm curious to see
for me
the
though,
direction of the film.
every Batman's always going to be compared to the best Batman, and that's Kevin Conroy. I mean,
I can agree with that.
he's been Batman now for like what 20-something years, almost
Yes.
30 years.
And
So-
please never stop.
Please, I will legit cry when I find out that Kevin Conroy dies. Please stay alive
Forever.
forever. just never die. So
Find Ra's al Ghul. He'll hook you up.
he'll give me the
Lazarus Pit.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
couldn't think of that
I
joke.
couldn't think of it either. I mean, it could be better than what they did in that in Arrow.
Well, if we're going to save
Fair.
him, should we save Mark Hamill as well? Throw him in the pit?
I mean, we should, but
He'll be
only-
immortalized in Chucky, right? Now?
I mean, that's something really to look forward to. They're going to reboot Chucky.
I think we've scattered and flown off into
Oh, we
What are we talking about?
I know. Robert
Sparkly
Pattinson-
Vampires.
Sparkly
Oh,
Vampire
man.
Batman.
After like 20 years,
I mean-
he's finally turned into a bat. That's a crap vampire.
Oh.
It only took him to be a real bat soon enough.
I mean, if they decide to do that weird Elseworld story where Batman was a vampire,
Oh God, yes.
please do that story. 'Cause
Do this one. Do this one.
Yes.
Batman versus the Hulk. Yeah, I'm pretty
You
sure.
know me and crossovers. You take my money now.
Oh, I could just picture them. They're just getting like Lou Ferrigno. Because if you're gonna go get the Hulk, you have to go get Lou Ferrigno and just have Robert Pattinson and just Hulk just ragdolling him for 15 minutes. I was like, and that was worth it.
So-
Bad.
So let me ask you guys: if this Batman film winds up becoming officially a part of the unofficial, DC extended universe, I think Matt Reeves has made it clear that he's not focusing on a universe right now; he's focusing on a story. But say that this Batman becomes, through Time Jump or Flashpoint or whatever, they make this Batman the new Batman. Do you think Robert Pattinson would mesh with the cast, whether it be Gal Gadot or Henry Cavill, if he's still Superman? We're all still trying to figure that out.
I hope Henry Cavill leaves Superman. Because I saw Mission Impossible, and he's awesome in that movie because they let him talk.
And the mustache, obviously.
I mean, that mustache. Just the handgun cock was amazing. He's like, I was like, why do I need that sound effect there? Because it's dumb, that's why. And then you watch the movie like, just dumb, stupid stunts. It was great. But Henry Cavill was awesome in that movie, and he was a villain, and he plays a way better villain than he is a good guy.
Yeah.
And then I like Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. I think she's great.
Do you think they would mesh well with Robert? Say if Henry Cavill stays as Superman, or even throwing Zachary Levi maybe as a replacement for Superman. Do you think Robert Pattinson can play well with others?
I think
in a
Zachary
crossover?
Levi, from what because I used to watch a lot of Chuck, and he was great in that, and he was also in Thor, I think.
Thor 2 and Thor 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Zachary Levi, you're saying.
Zachary Levi was cut out of Thor 3, I think, or whatever.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter. They all died anyways. It was great. Everything that was good about Thor, they just kind of threw out the window and just made their own story. It was even better. But I think if Zach Levi heads up, if they build their universe around Shazam, because I haven't seen Shazam, but
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Sorry.
I haven't seen.
We'll keep the spoiler talk down to a minimum.
I don't really care. I'll eventually find it on Netflix. It'll be on Netflix. Everything's on Netflix.
So Dan, what are your thoughts in regards to Robert Pattinson playing well with others in a potential Justice League 2 if it comes to that?
Well, I don't know. I'm seeing it from the character's perspective because wasn't Ben Affleck's Batman kind of like old, kind of like the Dark Knight?
Very much Dark Knight.
They were very much
all of a sudden,
they were
20
leaning,
years into his career.
They were leaning really hard into that Frank Miller.
like he's going to be like year 5? I'm gonna guess year 5 Dark Knight.
I hope they do like year 1 or year 2.
I
Batman.
think I read up that they were kind of trying to make this Batman like around age 30, where he's had some experience, but he's still kind of like Arkham Origins, almost the video game. Batman Arkham Origins, very similar to that.
I liked Arkham Origins, even with all the invisible walls in that game. Like,
yeah,
that game was
map
fine.
was pretty hard.
That map was cool though. Well, the map was terrible, but the game, like the story, was really good in that game. It also was like the best Joker reveal ever.
Definitely, yeah. That was a plot twist for sure.
But anyways, I feel like he could work. I feel like that because of his age, if he does somehow, Elseworlds, whatever, Flashpoint, get into that universe, I think it'll be, great on-screen chemistry because he's young, he's smirky.
I mean, have you seen him talk about how much he hates Twilight?
Yes.
It's pretty funny just to
In
watch
other words,
him.
he's perfect.
Franchise.
And he's in it.
Franchise
Yeah.
properties are scary. It's a big commitment. There's a lot you're signing away for. There's a lot of projects you have to give up to be a
I mean,
part
that's
of the
what
franchise.
happened to Chris Evans.
Absolutely. It's a wonder he made a lot of films worth the way he did. Same with Robert Downey Jr., to be
Yeah.
honest.
I'm still waiting for that third Sherlock Holmes movie.
I think
Get on that guy, Richie.
I do think they're working on that one.
Good,
I
hope they
think
do.
a third
I
one
really
was
like
announced.
those. I really like those Sherlock Holmes movies. I could watch Sherlock and Moriarty play chess for like 3 hours and be completely fine just by watching. Like the inner monologue of them talking about chess would be great.
Yeah, I personally am sad to see Ben Affleck go because I personally was a fan of his work. I was excited for him from day one. I never questioned having an A-list actor capable of directing and producing be Batman and lead his own franchise. I was totally fine with Batman directing a Batman film. I was completely on board with that.
See, I feel like if they do the Justice League next time though, they should stay away from all like the big characters. Like keep Wonder Woman, have her do her own thing.
Maybe get some bigger villains too. Sorry, Steppenwolf.
Let's bring in the Green Lantern. Come on.
No, they should never bring in the Green Lantern because the Green Lantern is such a character that revolves around the comic book that putting him on anything else is terrible. Have you ever read? Yeah. I mean, wait. I'm sorry.
What about Alan
the Green
Scott?
Lantern. That could be cool if they do Alan Scott. But
Oh,
Green
would.
Lantern's
I want John
powers.
Stewart. Sorry, I want John Stewart. Green
I
Lantern.
want John Stewart too. I also want Idris Elba to play him, but that's hoping and wishing and praying that actually happens. They're going to announce that Idris Elba is going to play
James Bond.
James Bond.
Fingers crossed.
Hit me
Please.
out. Green Arrow?
Green Arrow? We already had Green Arrow.
Well,
It's
the
always-
season-
No, in the universe, in the Justice League.
In the just.
You can't see this, but Barney, our cameraman in the back, is reading Green Lantern right now because
I brought him down for him. I was like, here, just read Sinestro War. They're a really good book.
he's a very happy camper. He's not going to sleep for the next couple of nights. He's very...
I'm just going to get a text from him later. I need the next few parts to Blackest Night.
Well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, that is our thoughts on Robert Pattinson as Batman. What do you guys think? Feel free to comment down below your thoughts on this new Batman. We're curious to see what you think about this new potential face of the franchise as DC shifts its gears away from the crossover stories as Marvel Studios has done and shifts more towards individual stories that could culminate in another Justice League movie. Personally, I'd like to see another one.
I don't. After that last one.
That being said, thank you so much for joining us. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you next time on Knights of the Dirty Table.
And if you give us a thumbs down, we will hunt you.
Please leave that in. Just leave that in as the outtake.
And cut.